Hey y'all, my name is Skip Johnson, and I'd like to welcome you to Skip's Storage Treasures. It's a brand new channel, and we're really excited to have you here. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, what I'd like to have you do is like it, please subscribe, and then share this video with your friends so that we can help grow this channel and they can see the neat kind of content that we're trying to put out here. Our purpose right now is to grow this channel, show you what we're going to be selling on Whatnot, which is a great platform for selling auction style stuff. We buy and sell storage units. That's predominantly what we do. And right now our main goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewership. So you could help us by subscribing, liking the channel, and then telling your friends about us and shoot it out there on a share. I started this channel because I got involved in this crazy business through just watching videos. It was something I was interested in when we had watched Storage Wars years back, and I knew that they had done some stuff, and I found YouTube channels during or right before COVID that were people that were really buying and selling storage units, and I started watching them to find out the ins and outs of how this really takes place, what really happens in buying storage units. And I got excited about it. But like many things in my life, I've done all kinds of crazy stuff, and I've always thought too long and hard about it and not move forward with them. This one is finally time to move forward and do what it takes to do something. I've got great mentors that have always talked about the paralysis of analysis, and that's one of the things that's affected me through my life. I overanalyze, and so now here we are. We're jumping off into the deep end, and we're starting this great channel. One of the reasons I've been doing this is because of the way the people on YouTube presented themselves that were selling these items from these storage units. And I don't get anything for plugging these people. They're great people, but they're the ones that influenced me in getting involved in YouTube to begin with. A lot of them were just people that were buying and selling storage units, but a lot of them had nothing to do with storage units whatsoever. I just liked the way they marketed themselves, the way they presented themselves on YouTube, and the way they were developing a good-sized channel. So I'm going to give a shout out to these people. Again, I make nothing from it, but they were the ones that really influenced me. If you're interested in doing the sort of thing that I'm doing and buying and selling storage units, I tell you to check some of these channels out because they are the head of the industry in what we're doing. And if you listen carefully and you watch, you'll find out the ins and outs on how to effectively buy storage units and then where to market them and how to sell these items so that you can make a good profit. The first person or the first page that I looked at, channel, was What the Hales. George and Jeremy have been doing this for years, and they've influenced a lot of people and helped a lot of people grow their businesses to become effective sellers on YouTube. Other people that helped me build this business due to watching them and seeing what they do is Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. Another great channel. They do all kinds of neat stuff. They have a different style from George and Jeremy, and that helped me become more adroit in finding out what to look for and how one channel looks for one thing and another channel looks for another, and how to build the business. Second Cent Auctions up in Cleveland. Again, different channel, really cool way of doing stuff, really good business. And then the last one is TDK Collects. They're basically a brand new channel. They were also influenced by Hales. Thomas, the guy on TDK Collects, he's a young man. I don't even think he's 21 yet. And he and his father have built a tremendously cool business, all because of being influenced by other influencers on YouTube on how to build these businesses. Other people that influenced me in regards to how to build a good YouTube business were BC Slots, Brian Christopher Slots. Really cool channel. I've always been interested in marketing and how people market themselves. My wife and I had gone to a couple of casinos and we looked at these slot machines and we're like, how do they work? Because there's way too many pictures and stuff on there. And I stumbled across Brian one day and learned how to gamble on these slots. And I'm not a gambler, but it was interesting to see the way he markets himself and built a huge, huge channel. I'm also a fisherman. I'm a Renaissance man. I love all kinds of things. I grew up fishing in Minnesota, and I eventually hope to retire to the coast. Don't know very much about saltwater fishing, or didn't, and then came across Beach Bum Outdoors, Bearded Brad, Angler Up with Brant, Land Shark. These are all influencers down on the coast, and they're all great at what they do in their niche of fishing, but they also have built really big businesses based on the way they design their channel and how they market their channel. So I took all these things and I mixed them into a pot, and then I sat on it for about 3 years. Watched all the videos, loved the videos. My wife, her name is Beautiful. She would get angry with me for sitting around just watching videos, but it was a learning process. And again, as I said earlier in the video, I have the paralysis of analysis. And it finally came time for me to do something. Well, a couple of years ago, I bought my first unit and did really well with it. It was a $50 unit. That's all I paid for it. It was a little bigger than I thought it was because I didn't know knew to look, but I didn't look at how large the unit was. My wife and I just bought a new house, and we needed a washer and dryer. And what I saw in the front was a brand new washer and dryer. I bid on the unit, got the unit. It ended up being a 10 by 15, which was huge. And then it ended up getting stored in my garage. I still have remnants of that unit in my garage, simply because I've only been selling on eBay, which was where I was led in the beginning. And not that eBay is a bad format. eBay is a great format for certain items. But as I've learned, the thing about eBay is items stay on eBay until it comes to the perfect person to buy that particular item, which isn't bad in a lot of instances, but a lot of times you end up with a lot of product stored, and I need to move product quickly. So I was watching Treasure Hunting with Jeebus one day, and he was talking about Whatnot, and I had never heard of Whatnot before. And then he started talking about selling it at auction and what he was starting his auction prices at. And I was still in greedy phase of selling on eBay, and I didn't understand the value of what they were doing on Whatnot and how easy it was to sell on Whatnot, and how easy it was to market and move product. Then other things happened in my life. And not that you need to know everything about me, but I'm adopted. And Beautiful bought me Ancestry for my birthday back in 2016. Subsequently, over the next 2 years, I was able to locate my biological family, and have built a great relationship with one of my brothers. And he and his wife moved to the state that I'm in, which is a flyover state. And we bought a house together. And we're rehabbing it, which is one of the things I do. I was a house painter for 20 years and did rehab and general contracting and that sort of thing. So we're rehabbing a house. And his wife, her name is Grayson. She's my sister-in-law. We call her Gray. Gray got really turned on by the idea of what I was doing with buying and selling storage units. She wanted in. So now Grayson and I are buying and selling storage units. And we look for this new format of Whatnot. Well, old dog, new tricks. I have to learn how to market on live auction. So that's been my task over the past couple of weeks, is to learn how to do this. And in turn, it motivated me to start the YouTube page to help market what we're doing on Whatnot. That's what I've been watching for the past 3-4 years, of people buying and selling on Whatnot, or buying and selling on YouTube, and then selling the product either on eBay or on Whatnot. I've learned how to market it on Whatnot. We don't have a sale yet. We're going to do a practice sale, and then we're going to be live, hopefully within the next week or so. We're planning on doing one sale a week, and that's to start with. I will have my Whatnot page pinned in the comments, not in this video, but in the next video, because I don't have anything to sell right now. And if you go to my Whatnot page, you will get $15 in free money from Whatnot to spend anywhere on the site. It doesn't have to be at my page. It can be anywhere. What I would ask you, though, is if you do use my link and sign up as a buyer, follow me. And that will help us grow our business and be able to buy more units, and subsequently be able to get you more products at a better price because it's all auction. And we'll be able to start those auctions at $1. Right now, we're not able to do that. We're going to start them either at $3 or $5 until we can grow, because we've got to recoup. We're beginning a business, so we want to recoup what we started with. But that's kind of where we are. So you're going to get to meet all the players. The primaries are me, Skip, and my sister-in-law, Gray. My wife, Beautiful, whom you may or may not meet. It's up to her whether or not she wants to come on camera. And then you'll get to meet my brother and one of our helpers. And they help us clean out storage units. They help us sort. And then Grayson and I go through and we price stuff and we get it taken care of on eBay right now. On eBay, if you look on eBay, I am under Springer Enterprises. And we've got lots of things for offer there from storage units that we've purchased. We've got lots of stuff coming up. Christmas is coming up. I've got a Christmas lot coming up. And then I've got all kinds of stuff after that. We've got a bazillion purses that we just came across. I've got clothing we've come across. My shoes are going to be on eBay, because if I don't have the right size and it's an auction, you're not going to buy it and it's just taking up space. So that'll be on eBay. My shoes will be on eBay. I've got a lot of glass stuff coming up. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're really excited about where this is going. We're going to be predominantly doing videos about storage units, but being a Renaissance person, you never know where my head's going to go. You never know what's going to turn me on. I got a really cool video coming up. Hopefully it'll find interest amongst you. A very, very dear friend of mine, his mother is at the wonderful young age of 92. And we had a conversation. I've called her Mom most of my life. Mom and I had a conversation the other day. Mom's from Germany. And at the age of 92, that kind of gives you an idea of when she grew up in Germany. So we're going to tell her story about what it was like growing up in occupied Germany and what she remembers from her parents from the Great War, and how it led from the Great War to the takeover of, what's his name? We're not saying it. Up through the occupation during World War II, and then post-World War II through the reconstruction of Germany. She's excited to tell this story. Beautiful's going to be with me. Beautiful's father was on the American side during that, was part of Patton's army. And so there's a lot of neat history coming up. I know that's not buying and selling storage units, but that's what fascinates me. And hopefully you guys will like those videos. What I ask of you is please like, follow, and share these videos so that we can build our business. Because as a Renaissance person, I get tired of and burned out on things. I painted houses for 25 years. And now this is my fun retirement. Although it's not a retirement, it's still a business. But I want to build it into something that is monetarily going to provide Beautiful and myself with an income so that we can continue on and do other things. This I find tremendously fascinating. I have a theater background and I absolutely love doing this kind of stuff. Stories will come out later on down the line in videos, but we're really looking forward to this journey. And again, I thank you so much for watching this video and sticking with me at least this long into the video. Again, what we're looking for is our first milestone is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing. I'd like to be able to accomplish that in the next couple of months. And with your help, God willing, we'll be able to do that. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your support. Please comment on the video. Comments are very important for us to help us grow and give us suggestions on what we can do better, what we need to not do, how we can effectively become better salespeople, or me on camera. I can't wait to take this journey with you. It's going to be a really exciting adventure. I'm excited about it. I can't tell you how much I really am looking forward to being able to get you guys into these storage units, seeing the crazy stuff that people have. And by all means, we found some crazy stuff. This is going to be a great adventure. I can't thank you enough. And until next time, I'm Skip, and these are my treasures.